Hello guys, welcome to the follow-up video of my data types video, alright? So in this video, we are going to be discussing of data types still, still on the introduction in data types. But now this video is going to be on the code format. Last time we talked of the concept. We only spoke, I only explained, never dive into the code. In this video, we're going to dive into the code straight and explain more of data types. So in my previous video, remember talked of what is data, what are data types, how can data types be used in programming. This video we're going to be talking of like it um, format, all right? So but first, I hope you understand this diagram, right? This is the diagram showing like representation data types, representing the way they're all connected. You see the Python data type is like the parents, the head data type, which sprouts and gives birth to text type, numeric types, sequence type, mapping types, set types, boolean types, and binary types, which now also now give birth to other sub types for the text type. Numeric type, we have sequence type, we have range, then we have mapping type, we have dictionary, set type, we have set, closing set, boolean type, we have bool, binary types, we have byte. Okay. So yes, basically this is the like this consists these are the types. So let's time to further ado. So you open your video, any interpreter you're using. I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code um for this tutorial. You can also open PyCharm, but anyone. So I'll use Visual Studio Code, and because I already have this code here right here. Um, Now this is going to be breaking them down. Okay, so right here you have the text type, and you see string. This is just the data imputed in. You can add in any data. I can add in hello, right? But any data. So now this text type called string, the variable name is can be anything too. Just doing this. So all right. So the way you tell the computer as the interpreter or the compiler which type of data you are working on is, well, according to this. See these codes? Yes. This helps tell the interpreter string data type. So the data imputed in this variable is string, and all of these things string has what it comes with. I won't talk of I won't come down into all these types deeply in this video, because that is what my other videos for, where I will explain specific types of specific types. I'll take my time to explain the string type, show you a little some examples, numeric types, sequence types, mapping type, and all that. Okay. But in this video, we'll be talking about the string. So sorry, the part view before we enter into it. Okay. So the string type, as I said before, these strings, yes, this double quotation, this quotation mark, yeah, this double quote specify that this is a string. But you can also change it up. Okay, can be single quotes. It can also be double quote. So single or double. All right. So if you remember in the variable naming that string that variables in Python are very case sensitive. So this is uppercase, this is lowercase, are two different things. Don't get confused. Okay. So numeric types. Yes. So let me just recap. String types identifies that this is a string data type from the quotation mark. This double quotes here, single quote, are all strings. Numeric types, you know that is a numeric type because of what? There's no quotation mark, one, and it's numbers in here, right? If I do an integer and I do hello, you see it's already underlining it that look that there's an error here, telling me that look there's an error here and it over here and hello is not defined. Now what it does, as you know, is looking for a variable called hello, because if I don't put a quotation mark in a like a word like this, yes, it thinks it's a variable, so it looks for it, but it doesn't find the variable. So that's error. But if I do three, why doesn't look for a variable named three? Because three obviously is an integer. So it does not need to start looking for a variable. And then we have float 12.9. All right. So what does that? In this numeric types, float takes in like decimal numbers, 12.4, let's call it 3.5, anything as long as the decimal number can also be 3.0. And in our subsequent videos, when I'm talking about decimal numbers, you understand what I can use and how we also know when you want someone to input a decimal, a float number, it only must be. Now, this complex involves alphanumeric, but not just any alpha. Okay, you can have 6K error. But if you do 6J, no error. You can have 10J, no error. And if you print this complex, unlike other things that will show error, this isn't showing any error. It's interesting enough to print it. See? So, so yes, that's the complex. That's just an overview of the complex data type. So we also have all the sequence type. We have list, tuple, and range. Now, um, like for the listing, you have a list, you want to have a list of things. That's what this list, and this list can take in any data type from numeric to from integer, sorry, to float to complex to string and keep on going. Then tuple, this is an immutable, it cannot be changed once passed in when we come to sequence types. So I will show you how you change, how you modify data in a list. But tuple is just made, you can't modify it, immutable, all right. And then range type also come to this, because to explain this range type take a long, and also have to, so that's why I said all this will be broken into subsections. Yeah, because of them mainly of these types, because they are not, they are like building blocks in programming, so you have to understand them. So yes, have reached mapping type now. Now as you can see, it's like called dictionaries in Python. Dictionaries, and in dictionary, you know, you have a the word you are looking for, and then something like the meaning. That is what it works. And you can see it takes in different types of data. You can see numeric, you can see numeric, you can see alphabets, and you can add so on other things. Then set types, it, you've learnt maths, you know set. That is, this is exactly how it is. If you learnt mathematics and you learnt set, yeah, that is how set types works. So you have union set, disjoint set, set types work. Okay, so that is basic. So it's just, it's unordered, unlike list that's ordered. We all get to those, that all terms we get to, so that you understand them. You have frozen set under the set types, frozen set, just still a set, and you see other things about this frozen set that what makes it different from the normal set, all right. And so boolean types, which is a very an absolute, well, building block in programming, because yeah, it's boolean logic, it has to do with the logic, true or false. So when you're coding, you understand that you have to notify the computer if this is true or this is false. All this, will get to those and so much more. Just to show you the concept, sorry, the code, how this is written in code, what you can pause the video to go through all of these things alone, and also go and check them out on Google, you know, to get more insight in it before my next videos, right? So that's all for today. Ciao.